Hello everyone, this is Arpit Reddy and very warm welcome to my YouTube channel Biological. I hope you all are doing good and having fun. So today I'm here with a very interesting topic, that is enzymes. You must have heard about the term antibodies, because nowadays we are living in such a situation, like we all are facing coronavirus. Now we all are just on the verge of using vaccine itself, so we must know about, or we must have heard about antibodies. Okay, so there are different roles of antibodies. The major role is the control of antigens, or the control of spread of antigen in the body, as they are specific against a single epitope or many epitopes. Maybe it may be monoclonal or polyclonal, or maybe specific to the single antigen or different epitopes on a single antigen. Okay, so the thing is, like, on which we are going to focus in this video is when any antibody acts as an enzyme, then that specific antibody is called as enzyme. The definition behind the enzyme lies in itself, is in its name. Okay, the enzymes itself is showing the ab is with for antibodies, enzyme is for like having enzymatic activity. Okay, so antibodies that catalyze the reaction, that takes part in the reaction in such a way that it increases the rate of the reaction, are called as the enzymes. Okay, so let's start the video. Now sit back and enjoy the video. Let's get know about a bit about enzymes. Okay, so let's start with the basics of enzymes, like what enzyme actually is. So if we start knowing about enzymes, then we will get to know that it is also known as CAT-MAP. That is, the name itself saying what it is saying is catalytic monoclonal antibodies. So before starting anything, let's just discuss about what these terms are. What does this catalytic means? Catalytic means there is any substance, that it may be proteinaceous, it may be RNA, it may be anything that is catalyzing a reaction or increasing the rate of the reaction. Okay, increasing the rate of the reaction. This is very important to know when we are studying about the enzymes or enzymatic activity. Like the substance which has these kind of activities only increase the rate of the reaction, they do not affect the equilibrium of the reaction. The equilibrium of the reaction is not affected at all. Okay, so catalytic property is like the substance is getting involved in the reaction, is taking part in the reaction, but not metabolically. Okay, it is like if you are using 10 milligram of enzyme at the starting, then we will get the 10 milligram of enzyme at the end of the reaction. Only what it is doing is it is increasing the rate of the reaction. Okay, if there are 100 molecules that are forming now, that are 100 products that are converting from the substrate, then we will get 1000 or get multiple times of the product that we are getting without the use of enzyme. So what it is, that catalytic monoclonal antibodies, like catalytic, it is their function, like they are catalyzing, so it is their function. What does this monoclonal, like when an antigen enters in the body, so there are specific positions, or there are specific amino acid or DNA or RNA positions or molecules that act as an antigen, that induces an antigen, and that induces an antibody or immunological response against which antibody has specificity. Okay, suppose this is an antigen or foreign particle which has an X surface protein, okay, an X surface protein. So this part for which our antibody, in this part which is showing from below, this part for which our antibody has the specificity, okay, this part is known as epitope, or that specific part is known as epitope. So if antibody is specific for a single epitope, is the antibody is specific for a single epitope, then it is called as monoclonal antibody. And if the antibody is specific for multiple epitopes, then it is called as polyclonal antibodies. Okay, so there are very rare that monoclonal antibodies are present naturally. It is very rare. Okay, these are generally synthetic. Then antibody itself, what we know that antibody contains 2 light chain and 2 heavy chains. These are made up of 4 chains, 2 light chains and 2 heavy chains, and these have a specificity for the antigens. They show different functions like opsonization and increase the chance of killing of invading organism, etc, etc. We know much about antibodies. Okay, so these antibodies in this case acting as an enzyme, so it's a cute face, I guess. So these antibodies are acting as an enzyme. So what we are saying, like, these monoclonal antibodies are acting as an enzyme. So what are their function? They are catalyzing. So that's why they are called as CAT-MAP or catalytic monoclonal antibodies. Okay, so before knowing about the process and function of catalytic monoclonal antibodies, let's just discuss a bit about the enzymatic catalysis or enzymatic catalysis process. That what actually enzyme do is, like, if a reaction that it is showing like A plus B forming the product P plus Q. Okay, so this reaction is going normally, but the product that are forming are only 10 products per minute, 10 products per minute when enzyme are not there. So what we have done, we added enzyme to the solution or to the reaction mixture. So what now we are getting 100 products per minute. Okay, 100 products per minute. So what actually happens, it increases tenfold or 10 times. The substrate is getting converted into product, or the rate has been increased by 10 times. So why is this happening? Why we are getting this? Because of the presence of the enzyme that is catalyzing the reaction and increasing the rate of the reaction. So how enzyme actually does that? What enzyme do? Enzyme reduces the threshold energy, or enzyme reduces the activation energy that is required for the conversion of substrate to product. The blue line that is shown here, that is uncatalyzed one, that is enzyme is absent here. Okay, so when A is getting react with B, there is formation of X. What X is here? X is the transition state complex. Okay, then it is converted into P plus Q. So if we are, this is free energy, so if we are seeing that there are much more energy required when enzyme is not there. So when enzyme is present, it gets bind with the substrate in such a way that there is a release of a certain amount of energy after the binding of the enzyme to the substrate. That energy is used up in the decrease of activation energy, or that energy is used up in such a way that now the reaction requires much less energy than earlier to carry out itself. Now the product from A plus B is forming by giving a small amount of energy that we are instead of that we were giving earlier. Okay, so from where this energy is coming from? This energy is coming when the enzyme is binding to the substrate. Okay, the binding of the enzyme to the substrate is releasing some energy that is using in the reduction of the activation energy for the reaction. Okay, but what we are about, what is our primary focus in this is this X, that is transition state complex. When A is reacted with B, then they form a reaction intermediate, that is AB, that is bind to enzyme. Okay, so this, like every reaction forms the reaction intermediate that we are knowing when we are studying in chemistry, like free radicals, like carbocation, carboanion. There are many reaction intermediates that are formed in between the substrate and the product. So here the substrates are A plus B, that are A and B, and the products are P plus Q, P and Q. Okay, so there must be a there must be a reaction intermediate. So this reaction intermediate is called a transition state complex. Okay, complex between enzyme and the substrate, transition state complex. So this is very necessary because this would be our primary focus when we are talking about the CAT-MAB or catalytic monoclonal antibodies. How we are producing them, how we are using this, like these are the transition state. Okay, so there must be a 3D structure, so we develop a transition state analog because these are very reactive. These transition states are very reactive, or in other words we can say these transition states are very less stable because reactivity is inversely proportional to the stability. These are very less stable. So what we have to do, if we want to study them, we have to extract them out. So it is not possible itself. Okay, so we create a transition state analog, like a molecule that somewhat looks like or somewhat have similar 3D structure to the transition state. Okay, so we create a transition state analog. Okay, we prepare it synthetically, which mimic the 3D structure of the transition state. Okay, that is intermediate state between substrate and product. Then what we do with that transition state analog, we use that transition state analog as an hapten. What actually hapten is a small molecules that elicit the antibody response when injected or when inserted into the bloodstream of mouse, human, or any organism. Okay, that provide the immunological response, that shows the immunological response. So transition state analog act as an hapten. That hapten is induced or hapten is injected along with the carrier molecule, because hapten itself act as an antigen, but it is not capable of inducing the antibody response itself. Okay, so that is a different topic, that we use adjuvant, we use a carrier molecule along with the hapten. Okay, so hapten molecule elicit the antibody formation. Why we are using hapten? Because we have to create monoclonal antibodies. Okay, there must be a single epitope in the hapten, so injected in the bloodstream of a mouse. So we have to extract those antibodies from the mouse. How we extract those antibodies from the mouse? We extract them from the spleen. Okay, we extract them from the spleen or from the blood itself. Okay, the antibody thus formed are extracted and used as an enzyme to catalyze the reaction. How it is happening? Okay, how it is happening? So this is the reaction going on, like A plus B is converted into A plus B is getting converted into P plus Q, and there is a transition state X. Okay, which has certain 3D structure. So we have developed a transition state analog. Okay, a molecule or a substance that somewhat looks like X, okay, and we inserted it into the bloodstream of mouse. So mouse created it acts as an hapten, or mouse created antibody response, or mouse created antibodies against the analog, that would be monoclonal. So we extracted those antibodies from the spleen of the mouse. And how we are using it, that if these antibodies are analogous or is specific for the transition state, okay, that is X, so these antibodies must bind with X, okay, these antibodies must bind with X. So we know the structure of the antibodies, what it is, like 2 light chains, 2 heavy chains and 2 light chains itself. So there must be a specificity for the X or for the transition state. So when we insert these antibodies that are extracted from the mouse to a reaction mixture, okay, to a reaction mixture, so these antibodies will bind to the what, transition state complex, okay, transition state complex, that is E A plus B. This is the transition state complex to which these antibodies will bind, and once these antibodies bind to the reaction intermediate or transition state complex, it stabilizes the transition state complex. So just imagine like A plus B is starting the reaction from here, and when the transition state complex form, it gets distorted, or it get dissociated into A plus B once again because of the lack of energy in the medium or anything, because it is very reactive. It could react with any other molecule or substances that are present in the reaction mixture itself. But if we stabilize this reaction intermediate, if we stabilize this transition state complex with the antibodies, with the monoclonal antibodies that we have developed as enzymes, then these antibodies must stabilize this, and this stabilization help in the increase in the rate of formation of product, that is P plus Q. So when these antibodies are not present in the what, medium, then the P plus Q or the product was forming at the minimal rate. But when these antibodies are present in the medium, these antibodies have increased the rate of the reaction in a major way, okay, in a much greater, up to much greater fold. So what we can say that these antibodies are acting as an enzyme, okay. So this is the production of and enzymes, we can. So what are the role of enzymes, where we can see the role of enzymes in the day-to-day manner. There are many roles, or researchers are working on this, but there is a major role that we can see if we want to just know the function of the enzyme. So there is a process where the introduction of Fe2 plus into the protoporphyrin by ferrocatalyase. Ferrocatalyase is an enzyme that initiates the insertion of the Fe2 plus ion into the protoporphyrin ring. Protoporphyrin is the what, tetrapyrrole ring structure in which the Fe2 plus is the central metal atom, and how the central metal atom is getting inserted in the middle with the help of ferrocatalyase enzyme. So this process of insertion of Fe2 plus in the as the central metal ion is called the metallation, and the metallation involves the distortion of pyrrole ring up to the 36 degree to create a bent transition state. Suppose this is a pyrrole ring, okay, this is a pyrrole ring. So there are 1 2 3 and 4 pyrrole ring, and there is a central metal ion, that is Fe2 plus, and this insertion of the central metal ion requires an enzyme ferrocatalyase, and this process is known as metallation. So how it would be possible to insert this Fe2 plus from the outside medium to the inside of the pyrrole ring structure or the protoporphyrin. It involves the bending of the transition state by 36 degrees so that the Fe2 plus gets inserted inside the tetrapyrrole structure. This state is apt for entry of Fe2 plus. This state is necessary for the entry of Fe2 plus. So methyl mesoporphyrin, an analog of bent transition state, is used as an antigen to elicit enzymes. So what we have done, we have extracted methyl mesoporphyrin, which is an analog for the bent transition state. Okay, 3D structure analog in methyl mesoporphyrin, as I have told, as I have said. Okay, so it is we are using it as an antigen or hapten to elicit the enzymes. Okay, and once these enzymes are present in the reaction mixture, it would stabilize the structure that are already bent by 36 degrees. And once this structure gets stabilized, there must be a simplicity in the reaction. There must be something like it gets increased by 2500 fold, like 2500 when if you suppose there are only one molecule of one Fe2 plus getting inserted per second before the enzymes, but after we have used the enzymes, there are 2500 molecules or 2500 atoms Fe2 plus are getting inserted inside the tetrapyrrole ring structure per second. So this is a major role we can see of the enzymes. There are many much role of the enzymes, but this is the basic that we should know if we are going to study about the enzymes. I hope you all like the concept, the video and the presentation also. So thank you so much. This is Arpit Chaturvedi. You can find me at biological1116@gmail.com. You can tell me about any topic or anything that you want to be discussed on the on my YouTube channel itself. So thank you so much, and you can get the PDF of this PPT as well on the Google Doc. I'll upload that file and give the link in the description box. So till then, thank you so much, and signing off.